The question if there is a God. The short answer is yes, there is a God. Abdu'l-Baha explained one of the proofs of the existence of God is the fact that man did not create himself. Nay, his creator and designer is another than himself. It is certain and indisputable that the creator of man is not like man, because a helpless creature cannot create another being. The maker, the creator, has to possess all the perfections in order that he may create. Can the creation be perfect and the creator imperfect? That is to say, can the picture be a masterpiece and the painter imperfect of his art? For it is his art and his creation. Moreover, the picture cannot be like the painter, otherwise the painting would have created itself. No matter how perfect the picture can be, in comparison with the painter, it is in the utmost degree of imperfections. Contingency is the origin of imperfection, and God is the origin of perfections. The imperfections of the contingent world are in itself the proofs of the perfections of God. For instance, the minerals, the plants, and the animals are bereft of the mental faculties of man that discover the realities of things, but man himself is able to comprehend all the stages beneath him. For all the superior stages comprehend the inferior, but the inferior cannot understand the superior, nor comprehend its essence. So man cannot comprehend the essence of the divine being, but he can by his power of reasoning, by observation, by his intuitive faculties, by believing in God and have faith in him, is certain that though the divine reality is unseen of the eye and the deity as intangible, yet there are conclusive spiritual proofs that assert its existence. For instance, the nature of ether is unknown, but we are certain of its existence by the effect it produceth, heat, light, and electricities, as waves thereof. Through these waves we are certain of the existence of the power of ether. As we observe the outpouring of divine grace, we are certain of the existence of God. As we observe the coming together of various elements give rise to the existence of beings, and their non-existence is due to the decomposition of these constituent elements. For decomposition causes these elements to disintegrate and separate. As we observe the coming together of various elements give rise to the existence of beings, and we know beings are infinite, and they are of the effect, how can the cause be finite? Formation is said by Abdu'l-Baha to be of three kinds and three kinds only. Accidental formation, voluntary formation, and essential formation. The coming together of various elements give rise to the existence of beings cannot be accidental. For every effect there must be a cause. They cannot be compulsory, for then the formation is an inherent property of the constituent part. An inherent property of a thing cannot be separated from the main thing itself. For instance, revealing things is an essential inherent properties of light. Expanding elements is an inherent properties of heat. The solar rays are the inherent properties of the sun. Under these circumstances, decomposition of any formation is impossible, for an inherent property of a thing cannot be separated from the main thing itself. That will leave us with one formation, and that is of voluntary and inner force, which is described as the ancient power caused the coming together of various elements, and every formation give rise to a distinct being. God is unknowable, incomprehensible, inaccessible. It's a pure essence that cannot be described. Abdu'l-Baha said that all the virtues and names that we attribute to God are only that God is the all-knowing, the all-wise, the helping, period, self-subsisting, are only to prove that God is incapable of imperfections. How much more to prove the perfections of God? Let us consider the physical sun, that central orb of light and heat and energy suspended up in the atmosphere has not come down to earth to bring its life-giving forces for us to live and survive on this earth. That is impossible. According to astronomers' calculation, if the distance between the sun and the earth is altered in just 2%, nothing will survive on this earth. If altered just 2% away from the earth, we will freeze to death. If altered just 2% towards the earth, we will incinerate. In order for us to receive the life-giving forces from that central orb of light and heat and energy suspended up in the atmosphere, there must be intermediaries. And these intermediaries are the solar rays. All that are in the sun are in the rays, and all the praises we give to the sun, we are referring to the rays. God is unknowable, incomprehensible, inaccessible. It's a pure essence that cannot be described. In order for us to receive the bounty of God, there must be intermediaries. And these intermediaries are the holy manifestations of God that are sent to us by God in different times and bring laws and teaching that requires for that particular time to advance civilization. It's sent to us by God in a system that is called in the Baha'i faith the progressive revelation. 6,000 years ago, an intermediary named Abraham appeared in the Holy Land. Then an intermediary named Krishna appeared in India. Then an intermediary named Moses appeared in Egypt, was given a task of freeing the children of Israel from under the rule of the Pharaoh of Egypt and took them to the promised land. And then an intermediary named Buddha that appeared in India that championed the virtues of compassion. Then an intermediary named Zoroaster that appeared in Persia. Then an intermediary named Jesus Christ that appeared in Jerusalem that established Christianity and brought the gospel of salvation. Then an intermediary named Muhammad that appeared in Arab countries who established Islam and brought the Quran. Then an intermediary named the Bab, the forerunner of the coming of Baha'u'llah, that declared his mission on the 23rd of May, 1844 in Shiraz, Elam, Persia. The declaration of the Bab in 1844 marks the end of the Adamic cycle and the beginning of the everlasting cycle, the Baha'i cycle that will last 500,000 years. Muhammad was considered to be the seal of the prophets, meaning the last prophet of the Adamic cycle. The Adamic cycle started 6,000 years ago and ended in 1844 in a declaration of the Bab and the beginning of the everlasting cycle, the Baha'i cycle, that will last 500,000 years. The Bab said he comes to prepare the way for the coming of him whom God will make manifest, a reference to Baha'u'llah. And he said he will come quickly after him. He was executed by a firing squad of 750 rifles at the public square in Tabriz on the 9th of July, 1850. He was 31 years old, and just 2 years after his martyrdom, the latest intermediary sent by God is the blessed beauty, His Holiness Baha'u'llah, received his revelation in a Siyar, the Black Pit, an underground dungeon where he was incarcerated in Tehran, Elam, Persia, in 1852. And later on, Baha'u'llah declared his mission in Babylon, Baghdad, Iraq, where he was exiled to by the Persian authorities in the Garden of Rizwan by the Tigris River, a festival that's commemorated by the Baha'is of the world as the Festival of Rizwan for 12 days from the 21st of April to the 2nd of May in 1863. The appearance of Baha'u'llah fulfilled all the prophecies regarding the coming of the Lord of hosts in the end time to bring peace and unity and establish the everlasting kingdom of God on earth in the end time that Christ prayed for. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Everlasting in this physical world's term, explained Abdu'l-Baha, is a long period of time. Baha'u'llah established the everlasting kingdom of God on earth of peace and unity, and brought a cycle that will last 500,000 years. And 500,000 years in this physical world's term is a long, long period of time. Thank you, and I wish you well. Whaftailava, manuela whafongfong maimla whasausaunga Samoa. Soifua.